great way to start my podcast. Oh my word. Hello, and welcome to the Psyched Knitter Podcast. My name is Marsha. I am the Psyched Knitter. I am a knitter and crafter based out of Mississippi. I'm going to sneeze. Wow. Okay. The reason I'm laughing is because this has been a comedy of errors for me for filming this. I started on my computer because my iPad has not been working recently, and then the screen started flickering, and I was like, oh, surely that's not going to be an issue in the, like, it's just my screen, it's not the camera. But then I was like, let me stop and look. It was the camera. So I kept trying different settings and trying to figure it out. Literally, this has been such an issue for me for so long, is recording. The reason why I was so absent last year is because recording is really difficult. I just need to figure out a better way. So then I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna offload everything off of my iPad so that I can film and then edit and then send it in. And so that's what I've been doing, and now I really, fingers crossed, hope that this is going to work. So that's why I'm laughing, because this is like the 15th intro, and then I spilled coffee on myself. It's just been a moment. So, welcome. I'm a knitter based out of Mississippi, and this is my kind of crafty outlet to talk about things that I've knit, that I've crocheted, that I'm working on. I'm learning to do embroidery, I think, with a friend, and so that may or may not make an appearance. I have not even opened the kit yet, but I ordered it and it's sitting on my couch. So I don't normally come on here that often because of the technological issues, but also because I don't have a lot of time, but because of the inclement weather that the entire United States is facing currently. We have a snow day today. My daughter has the day off of school, and I have the day, well, not off, we're on remote for school, for class, but my class isn't until 6 p.m. tonight. And then also the school that I work at is also closed, so I have a bit of a day off, and so I thought I'd record. Please excuse like this. I'm not gonna do any more adjusting. It just is what it is right now. I just noticed that you can see the tub that you're sitting on, and I don't really care anymore because this has been such a hassle. So let's get into the knitting, shall we? Today I have a few finished objects to show you. One is not here with me, but I'm going to try to pop something in the screen and show you it while I'm talking about it, and then I have two others. So the first one that I will talk about, I'm going to go in order of how I finished them, is the one that I cannot show you. I'm going to take a deep breath and take some coffee. I still have my holiday mugs out because they're mugs and I want to use them year round. I also have my Halloween mugs out, and I'm the type of person where it's out of sight, out of mind, and so if I don't see it, it doesn't exist, and then I forget to bring it out. So Merry Christmas. Okay, so the first thing that I finished, hopefully it's right here or here, I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet, is a Tolsta tee, long sleeve edition. The Tolsta tee is by Clow, and I love this design. I have knit, I think this is my 5th or 6th one, and honestly it's kind of gonna be my go-to for gift knitting in the future. It's just so straightforward, so easy, so customizable, and a quick knit. So I have my notes here. I'm trying to keep a notebook of everything that I knit to also track in and out for yarn and all of that as well. So the Tolsta tee, I gift knit it for my sister's 23rd birthday. She asked me for a sweater, and so that's what I did. And I knit it in the Knit Picks, wow, this is falling apart, the Knit Picks Bravo Recycle in the DK weight. I feel like this is more sport weight, but it's probably because of it's recycled yarn and it weighs a little less, that it technically is DK, but you get more yardage. So anyway, it's in the Diggle colorway. It's 306 yards per 100 grams. So that's that. And then I paired it with this. This is all I have left of this skein of, this is Anthem DK in, it's Cascade Yarns Anthem DK, and it's just the white colorway. It's also 100% recycled yarn. So I paired these together to make a striped version, and I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. Quick knit, I knit it in 6 days. So I started it on the 6th and I finished it on the 12th. And I also had other things I was working on at the time. So very quick knit for me. It did help that I was knitting the size 2. And so that gave me a really great amount of ease that I think it fits my sister perfectly. So I don't really have a lot to say about it. I didn't really modify it at all. I did stripes, and I'm sorry if you guys can hear my husband and my children playing, but honestly, I think it's cute. So they are playing downstairs while I do this. Okay, so that is the Tolsta tee. I really loved it. It was a lot of fun. I was a little tired of it by the end, but just because it wasn't something I got to wear, and so I just wanted to move on from it. But it was a 6-day knit, so I'm gonna be okay. And I was okay, and I'm very happy with it. It fits her well. The reason I did acrylic yarn for her, she is 23, so like she's able to take care of her knits, but she has cats, and her cats are notorious for like peeing on things. And I just didn't want her to be like, this cat peed on this wool sweater. What am I doing? Like, it's I can't get this out anymore. And honestly, I don't know how to deal with that. And so I figured the easiest thing to do was to make her something that was completely machine washable and dryable, just for her life and her lifestyle. I also, this is not technically the first thing I've knit her, but actually this is the first thing I've knit her, not the first thing I've ever made her. I have crocheted her something in the past that wasn't completely wearable, to be honest with you. She never wears it, and I don't blame her because it's like really out there. But anyway, all of that aside, I don't know like what her preferences were for wool, but she also came into the yarn studio and picked out what she wanted, and she picked these 2 colors out. So of course I'm gonna give her what she wants, but also when I talked to her about the fabrics that she wanted, she asked for something completely machine washable and dryable. So of course acrylic's the way to go. This acrylic I really do like. I would buy this again. It has a lot of spring to it as acrylic. Well, actually, no. You know what? It's really not that bouncy. There's like there's not a lot of give there. So I do like it, and I feel like it is soft, and I feel like it's gonna soften up well with washing. I was knitting with it. This might be one of the issues. I was knitting this acrylic yarn on plastic needles, and so the squeak factor was driving me nuts. I tried the thing where you put it in your hair, and that sort of helped, but not really. And that's really probably what the problem was, now that I'm thinking about it. It was just really annoying, but it was the only needle that I had available for that specific size garment, and it was for the arms, and so that's what I did. So this is now going in my scrap bag, and this will go back. Up here I used 2 skeins of this and half of a skein of the other, so I've got plenty more, and honestly I really liked the way that looked, and I kind of want one for myself. So this sweater may be making another appearance, probably not anytime soon, but it may make another appearance. Okay, so that's finished object number 1. Finished object number 2 is what I'm wearing. I finished this yesterday. This is the Ranunculus by Midori Hirose Knit Cafe. And this was the fastest knit of my life. I don't know what to say apart from that. I think I was just so obsessed with it. I love this so much. and it's not for me. And I'm really sad. So that's why I'm wearing it today, because I'm like, before, I haven't washed it or blocked it yet. As you can kind of tell, it's a little uneven still. I'm gonna wash it and block it after this, but I wanted to wear it because I love it so much, and I've been literally sitting here since I started making it. I got done with the yoke and like half the body in one day, and I was like, I want this. I do not want to give this away. I love everything about this. I want it so bad. And honestly, I'm still not sure I want to give it away. It's going away. It is. It's a gift for my grandma for her birthday. My grandma is I'm her namesake. She's the most lovely, genuine, amazing woman I've ever met. She's my hero. I love her so much. And I've never made her anything. That's not true. I've made her a blanket that I know she uses. But she constantly comments on all of my knits and is like, these are so lovely, blah, blah, blah. She's never asked me for one because she knows how much time and energy goes into them. But she just lost her brother. And, you know, she's getting a little older, and I just feel like she deserves it. She really does. And I know she will wear it. This is also an acrylic yarn, again, because I don't really know how much work she wants to put into maintaining a piece, and I just feel like it's the safest option. It's also, so it's actually 3 yarns combined. I did a pretty like bulky, yeah, I'd say it's Erin weight at this point. Worsted to Erin. I held, this is actually a completely untouched skein, so I can put this back on. So I put it together. So this is Line Brand True, which is 100% rayon from bamboo, and the colorway Mushroom Champagne Mushroom. It's a beautiful purple color, and then I mixed it with, I don't have them in here, but I have 2 acrylic cones that are in a pink and a purple from Woolly Knit. So I used those together, and then I mixed it with this. I used 3 skeins of the True Boo, almost exactly, and then they were cones, 500-gram cones of the others. I had used the pink previously, so I have a lot less of the pink than I do the purple. And I just weighed this. Let me do some math. So I used probably 280 grams of True Boo. And that means that I used, let's see here, it was 598 minus 280 divided by 2. So I used about 150 grams each of the purple and the pink to make this beautiful color. Let me see if I can show you. It's like a beautifully marled, but you can see the pink. It's really kind of blowing out, but you can see the pink. The True Boo has a little bit of a sheen to it, so that's wonderful. And honestly, okay, so guys, I made this in 3 days. And I was not knitting all day long every day, but this is such a large gauge. I was knitting on 6.5 needles, so like massive gauge, right? You can definitely see like every stitch here, but I could not get enough of this. It was absolutely fantastic, and I think part of it is because I really wanted to keep it myself. So it's a bit longer, or actually it's not too long for me. Honestly, I love everything about this. I want to keep it. The ribbing is slipping up a little bit. I need to wash and block. That will finish. If it were me, I would probably tuck in and make this a little shorter. And then I did bracelet length sleeves for my grandma. She's shorter than me, so these are like really short on me. This will block out. Probably will be like right here when I'm done. But also I love I don't like long sleeves. I hate when things hit below my wrist, and I'm realizing that now as things go on. I've never really made a garment, and it's not because I just like am like impatient, but I've just always kind of stopped my garments when they hit right around my bracelet length. I think that's my preferred size, and I guess these are kind of 3/4 length sleeves on me. This would be a really wearable knit for me. One, it's machine washable and dryable. I'm a mom, I work with kids, but it looks elegant, and I love the way the round yoke fits on me. I have one other ranunculus that I've made in the past, but with like a fingering weight, and it's a much more form-fitting, and it's in a zany, crazy color. I'm not gonna get it down right now. But this feels like the most like elegant piece that I could have, and I just really want it. And I don't have enough yarn to remake this, and I'm not buying yarn this year, so I'm saying goodbye to it. Anyway, yeah, guys, so I used the 3 yarns, and I started on the 12th, and I finished it yesterday on the 15th. So 100% recommend. We'll be making another ranunculus. Hopefully I can find a color that I'm going to be as obsessed with as this for myself, and this will be something that I can see myself making time and time again. My mom has already, she saw it, she's like, I want one for my birthday, please. And I was like, I don't have enough yarn, but I also really feel like this is my color. Like, really genuinely feel like this is a Marsha color, this pink purpley. That makes a lot of sense because this is my care sweater, and it's not the same exact color. It's like but it's like a mauve-y color, and I love it. It's one of my favorites. So anyway, that's enough about this. The ranunculus. I will be washing it, blocking it, and sending it off. Her birthday's not until the end of February, so I've got plenty of time, but I kind of want to send it to her early and say, here's an early birthday present. Get some use out of it, because she does live in California. So that's that. This earbud does not want to stay in. It's irritating. Okay, moving on. The next finished object I have is small. There we go. This is my daughter's cute little crochet and knit garment that I make. I have made her 2 of these type of sweaters now. I crochet the body, and then I knit the sleeves and the collar. And I need to add, I tried it on her. She says she doesn't want it, but I think I'm going to. It's fully wearable now, but I think I'm going to add a ribbing at the bottom just to make it a little more uniform. But this is it. It's a self-drafted pattern. I really like the look of crochet and knit together, and I was playing around with it. I wanted to make sweaters for kids this year for Christmas, which I did not do, except for my kids. And this was what I kind of came up with on my own. This is a different type of constriction than I did for my daughter's last one. Last time I didn't do as deep of a neckline. And also I knit this, I don't love it, but it's a sweater for her. It's fine. So I knit it like this way until the back, and then I knit down in the round. And then I did the 2 fronts and then cast on or chained for the neckline. So it's kind of like a vest before the neckline, and it is a bit of a lower neckline, but yeah. So this was leftover blanket yarn from a Lion brand mandala ombre. I made a blanket for a little baby when we were back in Washington, and I was like, I think I have enough to make a little sweater, so I did that. And then the sleeves are Haydenville DK. I actually can grab it because I have so much extra. This is the gift that keeps on giving, genuinely. Okay, so the sleeves are Haydenville DK, 60% merino, superwash merino wool, 40% acrylic microfiber, in the colorway sand. and then an eBay, half acrylic, half mohair, and just white, and that's what these sleeves are, and the neckline is, and then I just did little ribbed longer cuffs. This fits her pretty well. It just finished blocking today, so she's like, Mom, can I wear it? Because, you know, it's freezing. And I said, not yet. We need to get it on the podcast first. So now wearable for her. So those are my 3 finished objects. That was a lot. I feel like I'm talking for forever. So let's move on to some whips, shall we? Let me put this back. So this is actually going to be kind of crochet heavy because I just finished this. This was in it, obviously, but I don't have it as a whip anymore because it was a 3-day project. Also, I finished 2 knits in a week. So, like, start to finish. 2 sweaters. So that's a little crazy. And I think it's artificially inflating how much, like, the end of year total, because that's a lot. 3 sweaters technically, because that's a little sweater, and I do count those as finished objects. But this is going to be a little crochet heavy just because I've been enjoying the change of pace. This is one that the podcast has seen in the past, but I've just started working on again. This is my moss stitch blanket. I'm loving it. It's just something that goes in the background. It's getting pretty big. This is, I think, well, let's see. This is 1, maybe, and then 2. So this is, I think I'm on my 3rd ball. This is the Cascade Yarns Whirligig. And I'll show this to you. This is what they look like. They're 200 gram cakes. So this is 400 grams of yarn here. 546 yards, and it's 60% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 20% acrylic. But I just absolutely love this. My husband got it for me for, I don't remember what, maybe Mother's Day. And I was like, he got me like this knit whipple design that it was supposed to come with, and I just didn't love that. So I kept trying to find the right design for it, and I just settled on a moss stitch blanket because it's comforting. I love it. It's going to start looking a little more scrappy towards the end, but I like the bright yellow. It feels very retro. Like this feels like something I could put on a couch and I would feel like I was in the 70s, but I love it. So it's a square moss stitch. It lives in my little basket with just the 1 ball of yarn in there for ease. And then guys, I have so much of this yarn that I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So that's 2. I'm working on my 3rd ball now, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more skeins of yarn here. So this is definitely not going to be just a blanket. I will probably do 3 skeins and then 1, 2, 3, something else with the rest of this. I don't know what. Maybe I'll make multiple blankets. I don't know. But that's that. It'll be finished when it's finished. But I've enjoyed it. Crocheting it on a 5.5 millimeter needle. And yeah, that's it. But I've been working on it a little bit. Just actually started working on it yesterday, and I finished up 1 ball and moved on to the next. So that's that. The next thing, I'll stick with crochet. This is a new one for me. I'm really enjoying it. It definitely is going to look a little, or not look familiar, but it will be familiar mostly because I'm using a very similar yarn. Actually it's the exact same yarn, but in this color. It's Whirligig, same exact specs, but it is in colorway. I didn't talk about the colorway there. I don't think it tells me. Color number 15. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's got like this beautiful red and the blues. Okay, so here we go. I'm really enjoying this. This is the Cadenza wrap by Toni Lipsey, TL Yarn Crafts. It is a Tunisian crochet design, and I have these Tunisian crochet hooks. They're super cheap. I got them from Amazon when I was first, well, I was still crafting, but I was only crocheting at the time, and I was like, Tunisian crochet, watching Toni Lipsey. I was like, wow, that looks like knit fabric. So I tested it out with knitting my son a Tunisian crochet sweater, just like a self-drafted like little sweater, and I loved it. And so I was like, okay, yeah, let's do this. I'm now a Tunisian crocheter, and I bought all of these because I didn't want to invest in something massively expensive, you know, and because I wanted to see if it worked, and then I never used them, not once. I moved on to knitting almost immediately after that, because I was like, wait, I know how to knit, why am I not just knitting? And yeah, but I feel like this is just such a unique pattern, and I'm so excited to see the color changing happen here. So the Cadenza wrap actually calls for like 5 different colors, and then you switch within them, but I was like, I've got color changing yarn right here. I love the color play of this yarn, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm pairing this, so that's what this is, and then the white is actually right here, and it is, this is a lot of moving around for me, but thankfully I have everything like really close by, so I can easily grab it all. Okay, so the white, I'm pairing 2 yarns together. So it is the Cloudborn Fibers in, it's 100% fine Highland wool. It's a sport weight yarn, and I'm calling this oat. I don't think it's actually called oat. Oh, oatmeal heather. Here we go. So that's this, and I'm pairing it with a Amazon find, 100% baby alpaca caramel is the color, or the, and I don't know the color way name. I'm just calling like cream. So that's that. So I'm pairing these 2 together to make about the same gauge, and that's creating this beautiful piece. I have 3 skeins of this Highland, Cloudborn Highland wool, and I think what I'm probably gonna do, because I'll definitely have more of this than I will the other, I'm just gonna go until that is gone. But it's, I mean, honestly, it's like it could easily be like a cowl right now. Ooh, that's fun, but I definitely want the wrap version. I'm so excited. So Tunisian crochet, this is a bit more of a I need to pay attention knit, or crochet, I guess, project, as it were. So I haven't been working on this, but I did start it. So I started it on the 7th, and I've gotten that far, and I'll probably pick it up again today for a little bit after this. Okay, I have one more main whip, and then that's pretty much it. So it's gonna be a shorter episode. I'm kind of breezing through. Okay, so this massive ball is my Shrike cardigan by Erin Kurian Knits here on YouTube, and this is all I've done on it. It has not been, like, it's not hard, it just hasn't been something I'm like reaching for, and I don't know why. I talked about it last time. It's probably because the I'm scared of the button band and all that, but also I feel like it is, I'm realizing that it's going to be a lot more oversized than I'd wanted. I probably should have gone down a size. So even though it's a cardigan and it's my first cardigan, I really need to wait to see. It's definitely going to be a boxy fit, but I need to wait to see. But this may be a gift that I give away. I don't know. It's taken a lot of work, so I don't know if I really want to give it away or not, but It may be something I give away. I'm not really sure. So, but I love the color. I love this emerald green. It's really having like fun. And honestly, I have not a lot left of the arm to do. So I have 2 arms to do. I really should just like power through and finish it, but it has not been something I've wanted to like reach for. And so I'm just not, but I need to finish it up. Been working on it since before we left for, it's actually, I finished this sweater, another sweater, all before I finished this. So, but it is my first cardigan that I've ever knit, and I think maybe I'm just, I don't know why. I have this block. I don't know why I'm not finishing this, but it will be finished eventually. It's not going to sit there forever. And I think it'll be intensely wearable. I just need to finish it. So hopefully this will be a finished object when I come back, or at least I'll have made progress. This is in the Hocus Pocus bag. Again, I don't put my bags away. I don't have enough to put away. So they just are what they are. I have one more current whip. I mean, I have like my half and half triangles wrap as well, but this is something I've just been working on in church. This is turning into a glove. I thought it was going to be socks, but then I was like, you know what? I actually really like this color. I'd like to wear it on my hands. So I put it on and was like, actually, this is going to work perfectly. So I'm at the point where I need to put some stitches on hold, knit up the rest. It's just going to be fingerless gloves, and then so this one slip will be done, and it's pretty long. And I think it's going to be fingerless gloves, but maybe I'll make them mittens. I don't know, but yeah, this isn't like a galaxy colorway, and I really like it. The yarn was knitting up a little too uneven for me to feel like they would be good socks, and so I figure mitts is the way to go for this. So I just have my little increases here, and I'm just doing this completely on the fly. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I figure it's not that hard. So that's that. That's it, actually. 1 minute. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. This is kind of how I'm organizing everything, like the name, when I started, what number it was on my list, and then I'm like parenthesizing things that I don't know how many I'm gonna use, so that I can look at it later. So like our little self-drafted pattern for Harmony used one of each, and so that's kind of how I'm counting that. And then I have another page in here that's counting like everything. So that's that. That's all I've got right now. I have other things, but I'm not working on them really at the moment. I'm like thinking to myself, okay, so the next thing that I have, I bought this yarn back in Washington. This is the Plymouth Homestead yarn. It is, let's see, 100% wool, and it's in the colorway 34 Almond Heather. I have 7 balls of this, and it's beautiful. And I haven't really, as you can see, the only real neutral that I have is this black like Stellina, and I have this one, but I don't ever wear it. I'm thinking about frogging it actually, and then this one, which I very rarely wear as well. I should pull it out. And so I don't really have a neutral sweater. This could be considered, this is about as neutral as I would ever wear it. I have a lot of color in my wardrobe. But I really want to knit something neutral, but also fun. So I bought this, and I really want to knit it up. It is 191 yards for 100 grams. So it's like a heavy DK light worsted. Is that right? Maybe just a worsted weight. I have 7 skeins of this, so right around 1,400, a little less than that, 1,400 grams or yards of yarn. And I bought it thinking I could knit the storm sweater, but I didn't realize that the storm sweater was more of a DK, and like it's like a 20 stitch gauge, and this calls for like a 16 stitch gauge, so I don't think it would work. So I've been looking around, and this is where editing Marsha has to really shine. But I've been thinking about like doing some sort of, I really want to do like a textured knit with this, but not a cable knit. I don't want to do cables right now. I just feel like it would be very, it's just not what I'm in the mood for. I've never knit a cable knit sweater, so I don't really know. But I don't really want to do cables. I'm really into texture and color work right now, and so that's what I want to go with. But I want to use this yarn. I'm really excited about it. I've got plenty of other yarn that I could easily do like my wool stock worsted for. I think that would work really well for the storm sweater, but it's dark, so I don't know if the texture would shine through. I've got this, I didn't even realize these are very similar to the same color. That's so funny. They're not. One's a little more, this is warmer than this one. But this is my Highland Fingering in Stone Heather, and I feel like I have enough of this that I could use it for the storm sweater. So I have options. So I'm thinking about knitting this storm sweater by Petite Knit, but I also found it's called the Maya pullover, and hopefully I put it here. It's very similar, but it has like these tree designs on it, and I liked it. The only thing is I think I would omit, there's like a bottom like ripply portion to the design at the bottom before the ribbing. It's like a split hem and then a rib. I think I'd omit that and just start with the rib. Also because it looks like it's a bit of a longer sweater, and I have a very short torso, and I wear my, like, literally the amount of between like my underbust and my pants is this much. So I have an incredibly short torso, and like this is a pretty, like it's a fairly long sweater for me, and so that's why, like, if I was to knit things, probably, like, I'm very cropped, that would be fine. You still wouldn't see my stomach. But anyway, long story short, I think for multiple reasons I would omit that, but I'm thinking about doing the Maya pullover for this yarn. I think I have enough, or actually, if I omit that, I think I have enough. I also don't think I do the ribbing quite as long on the bottom. It's a very long ribbing. But I'm really thinking about casting that on today for my what is it? Snow day cast on, you know? Plus I just finished this, and I need something that I need to be excited about. I definitely need to finish this, like, and I probably should just like power through and finish this. Oh no, I zipped it into the zip. No. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. That is no good. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna rip this, and that just is what it is. To fix that, thank goodness. I think that's actually at the, it doesn't matter, we'll do that later. Anyway, so I think I'm gonna do the Maya pullover, but I'm not really sure. It might be that I try to make the storm sweater work, because I think I do like the storm sweater motifs just a little bit more. but I like the idea of supporting a designer that is lesser known, and also I do like the look of the pattern, and I would like to, you know, try. I really do like, it's a very similar pattern in terms of like, it looks like how it's constructed, it's fairly similar, and also it's a textured knit, it's not a cable knit at all, so I think that like, it's just knits and pearls, I can do that. Other plans, I don't really have any. I'm just kind of like doing what strikes joy into my soul. I want to start another pair of socks, and so I need to like look around and see what kind of pair of socks I want. Do I want to go like Valentine's? I have two skeins of this. This should be actually a shawl. Do I want to do a shawl? I already have a shawl on the needles. Do I want to do this? Ooh, that's fun. This could be very Valentine's Day, like conversation hearts type status. Let's fix this here. I haven't even opened this yet, but so there's that. Oh my goodness, yarn is just going every which way on me today. What is happening, you know? I do need a pair of socks on the needles because I don't have one. I love having a pair of socks on the needles. It's really good for me. And I also want to knit more socks this year, so I could do that. But yeah, I also bought the potatoes colors from Tiny Human Knits a long time ago, and I'm obsessed with them. And I was thinking of doing a Leith cardigan in this, or like a stripe hype sweater. That could be a lot of fun. Still in my stripes theme of life. I'd have to pair it with this though instead of this, because I only have one of these. Or I mean, I could just do a striped sweater with all of these. I don't know. I could just do a Tolsta with this. Who knows? I've got a lot of options there that I'm not really sure what to do with, but I do love that, and it's definitely been something I'm thinking about. I don't know if I want to cast on a cardigan right now because I can't seem to finish the cardigan that I am working on. I think I'm gonna leave this out. I think this is my next sock. So yeah, that's that. What are you guys working on? Tell me if you know any textured knits that are about like a heavy DK, light worsted, maybe just a worsted pattern. Let me know. Excuse me. Let me know, and maybe I'll look them up and see. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Classes start back up today, and so I know that I'm not going to be having as much time to knit as I have in the last month and a half, and definitely December to January are like my busiest months for knitting. It's colder and I have a lot more time on my hands, but I'm also just trying to like branch out a little bit. I recognize that I am a bit of an obsessive knitter, and I want to fix that. Also, I've been reading a lot more, so I just finished Fourth Wing. I jumped on the craze. I am waiting for Iron Flame to come back to me on Libby because I listened to about a quarter of it before it had to go away. My husband and I share a Libby account, and he listened to it while I was listening to Fourth Wing, and then we were gonna swap, but I ran out of time. What else? I'm reading this book. I'll finish it today. It's a movie too, but it's A Man Called Uva, and it is sweet. It's about a man called Uva, and he is an older man. He just got like forcefully retired essentially from his job. His wife passed away And it's got like a past present type thing, so you keep switching between like stories of him and his like childhood and kind of growing up, and time with his wife, and then present day. And it's dark, but it's got like a light-hearted darkness to it. So the premise is his wife passed away 6 months ago, and since the day that she passed away, he was like, okay, I'm gonna end it. I'm done with life. And so he's plotting to try to do that, and he keeps getting interrupted every time it happens. Like every time he's like starting the process of it, he keeps getting interrupted by his neighbors, and then he keeps finding one more thing to like fix or do or like help a person around, and he's kind of grumpy and curmudgeonly. And we're starting to get to a point where he's turning around and he's not plotting it nearly as much anymore. He doesn't, you know, it was like he's trying it like basically every day, and he keeps getting interrupted. And now it's happening more like less frequently, and it's just such a lovely story of like loneliness, but also community. And yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm also reading this book called The Silent Child, which is like a dual perspective story, kind of a mystery of this little, she's not little, she's 15, this girl who fell silent after, like, no one knows what happened to her, but all of a sudden she just decided to stop talking, selective mutism. And there's a school psychologist, which is really interesting because that's what I do, who comes in and is trying to like work with her and try to figure out, like work with her on why she has stopped talking. And then there's also like a police investigation happening on the other side of things, and you know that they're gonna come together, but right now we don't know how. So there's this police investigation of this like body that was found, and so that's been really interesting. I'm reading that on my iPad, and then I've got like 8,000 audiobooks that I'm wanting to read. So I've got like a physical book, Man Called Uva, an audiobook that I typically listen to in the car there and like to and from work, and then an iPad book for like when I'm out and about but want to read. So that's kind of how I work there. My goal is to read 50 books this year. I feel like that is doable, but I'll probably surpass that. I don't know, but those are my 3 books that I'm reading right now. Morning Star by Pierce Brown. I'm on the 3rd book of the series for the Red Rising series, and Morning Star just came to me through Libby, so I'm going to start listening to that. We had the book. We have the two other books. My husband reads them so fast. He read Morning Star. It's like this thick. He read it in a day and a half. He just reads so fast, but I prefer to listen to the audiobooks, so it takes me a bit longer, but that just came in, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah, so those are my recs for books. They're really fun, and I'm enjoying them a lot. And yeah, okay. Before this gets too much longer, because I know this is about like 45 minutes, and I was not expecting it to be that long, I'm gonna sign off here. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week if you are in the midst of this cold front here in the United States. I wish you, I hope you're staying warm and comfortable and having fun, not stressing out about the weather. And if you're elsewhere, I hope you're having a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you guys soon, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.